My friends and I just used Dized to play this game for the first time. It looks like a pretty complicated game. Actually, people were stopping from the con to tell us how complicated the game was while we were playing it. We had no problems, like literally no problems. Honestly, like I don't know if I'd want to play it without having the Dized app there. It was a ton of fun, and we all had a great time.
We're here at Gen Con and we just tested out the app for the first time, and we just learned a new game that we had never done before, and the step-by-step instructions were really informative, and the design of the app was really intuitive. I needed to get to a certain part of the instructions and I was able to get there really easily by like 2 clicks, so it was really great.
I know my son, who is like on the autism spectrum and is like severely like attention deficit hyperactive disorder, he would listen to this. If you try to explain the rules to him by reading out of a book or even just telling him, his attention will be gone in 2 seconds. Whereas with this, because it's interactive and it's on a screen and he can touch it, he would definitely pay attention. This would be a great way to explain a game to him. But even for us, it was great because it walked us through the steps, walked us through the first turn, and at the end it even scored it for us. And I appreciated that because, I mean, I'm a math teacher and even I occasionally make arithmetic mistakes. So it was nice for it to actually do that work for us. That was great.
It's brilliant. It introduces the game mechanics slowly. We never really felt lost in any way. It guided us through it. I mean, yeah, we now know how to play the game. We never once had to look at the instruction manual. In fact, I'm not even sure we have it. And as a result, like we just finished this game. We had great fun with it. Yeah, everything was introduced to us in a clear and concise manner, and it made it exciting. It's far more exciting than just reading an instruction manual. It was about, you had the noises, the background, the sounds of battle. You felt every action had significance, even more than just playing the game by itself. It was a very interactive experience.
The app was fantastic. The app was really good. None of us had played Blood Rage. I just met these 3 gentlemen, and it was really obvious what to do.
I thought it was excellent. I found the control and the really intuitive to follow. I like the way that it basically explained what to do situationally, so it applied the context and it became really easy to pick up the game.
I liked the fact that we actually got to play the game while learning it. One of the most annoying things about picking up a brand new board game is having to sit down and learn all the rules and then try to struggle through it. But this time you could literally just sit down and play while learning, rather than do a whole bunch of studying beforehand.
We loved it. It's a lot more efficient to learn the rules with Dized, and like for myself, I tend to tune out when somebody's reading the rules to me, so I always miss something. It being interactive makes it a really good experience to keep everybody engaged while you're learning the rules, and it's a lot faster. It's basically like having somebody who knows the game really well teach it to you, so they can skip over, like if there's something that's like an edge case, they can skip over that and get you playing the game right away. So instead of having to take a bunch of time to like go down some path that may never come up until you're playing an advanced version of the game, you can get right into the game right away and start enjoying it without an hour and a half learning every single rule that you may not even need.
Very easy to understand. I mean, this game's quite complicated, but it was very easy to understand.
As a store owner, this is my responsibility to show everybody how to play games. So this is one step to help me build my business.
I like that it took me through the whole game. I like that it chose the starting player for me. That was great. Yeah, I like that the instructions continued throughout the first few rounds and sort of gave you an indication of how to play before like explaining the in-depth scoring to you. I thought that was excellent. And yeah, good feedback all around. That was great.
It just cuts down on learning time, and you can rope your other non-gamer friends in much easier if you have like, hey, look at this video screen, instead of like, here's a big rule book to start looking through, and it's like, oh, and these are all the different little bits and pieces, how they all work together. Because a lot of rule books are more exceptions than the rules, and it's like, oh, in this specific case, you have to do this, whereas this is just the general playthrough, and then you go to the rule book if you need the exception.
It's also nice when there's a question in the middle of the game. It was pretty easy to figure out like what the answer to it was. So yeah, we really like it.
So first of all, I like that the tone of the tutorial matches the tone of the game. And I haven't played the other ones, but I'm hoping that Blood Rage is like also matching the tone and feel of the game.
the UI is clear. Like it was perfectly clear what to do.
I'm not great at reading instructions, and I feel like sometimes I make my own rules, and I like how they just playfully teach you the rules, and you're very interactive with it. So, telling you how to exactly go on and waiting for you, and you can press go for it versus you're over inundated with information.
Yeah, it worked really well. We didn't use instructions once. I don't even know if we have instructions. It all went through really clearly. It was pretty much all explained kind of in a really straightforward way. We could go at our own pace once we understood bits, so we could go back and refer back to things, and that all worked really well. Yeah, it's a really good game.
What did you like about it?
All of it basically. It leads you all the steps through, allows you to go back for anything that you're not certain of, and it covered it all quite well.
And most of the time you want to show your friends some new game, but even you may not have played it, but this app allows you to play it during at the same time, and it makes it really fun.
The menu really helped us through it. It has lots of easy tutorials. When you have questions, it's easy to go back with multiplayers and flip through the menu and see what each individual piece did. And we all had a great time.
I'm always been that way, where if I can get into playing right away, it's a lot easier than just sitting there and having someone go to the rule book, find the answer. So I thought the app made it a lot easier, very streamlined, and get straight into playing.
It was really easy to use, and I like how it walks you through each step of the process and has everything animated, so it's really easy to see what the next move is, where to go from there, and having that audio narration that's like, here's how you do this, here's how you do this, and it was entertaining as well.
Anyone who likes learning new games at all should use this in order to learn quickly new games and correctly.